Hello students, in this video we are continuing part 1 of data structure subject, that is introduction of data structures. The topic which we cover in this video is classification or types of data structures. In this video we will learn primitive and non-primitive data structures, what are linear and non-linear data structures with example. In previous video I told you what is the definition of data structure. Data structure is a way of organizing and storing data in a computer memory so that it can be accessed and modified efficiently by the program. Data structures are mainly classified into two categories. First is primitive data structure, second is non-primitive data structures. The examples of primitive data structures are integer, real or float, bool, character, pointer. Non-primitive data structures are further classified into two categories, linear data structures and non-linear data structures. As you can see in primitive data structures, these are the basic or built-in data types which are present in any programming language. When you learn any programming language, some data types are built-in or predefined. With the help of these data types, you can create a variable of that type. That means with the help of these data types you create a memory, a computer memory in which you can store a single value of that type. For example, if you are writing int a in C or C++, it means that a 2 bytes memory will be allocated to this a variable and program can store or access the value from this memory. So first we will learn what are primitive data structures, then we will learn what are non-primitive data structures. Primitive data structures are the fundamental data types which are available for programming. So basic or built-in data types like integer, real or float, character, boolean, pointers are called as primitive data structures. As we know that in every programming language we have some built-in data types like integer, real or float, character, boolean, pointers. These data types are called as primitive data structures. System or compiler defined data types are called as primitive data types, or we can say that data types which are defined by system or computer are called as primitive data types or primitive data structures. These are used to hold data of single kind. You can store a single data value in this data structure. You cannot store multiple data values into primitive data structures. All primitive data types or primitive data structures support basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Like if you create two integer variables, you can perform addition on these integer variables. So you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, these type of basic operations on these primitive data structures. What are the examples of primitive data structure? Primitive data structures can be of type integer, float or real, character type, bool type or pointer type. In C or C++, you can create primitive data type or primitive data structures by writing int a semicolon. So a 2 byte memory will be allocated to a variable and program can store a single integer value in this a variable and it can also access value of a. If you create a variable of type float, that means 4 bytes of memory will be allocated to b variable and program can store real values like 2.5, 3.5 real values in this memory. And for creating character, we have to write characters char c semicolon and a 1 byte memory will be allocated to store character in memory C. For boolean values in C, C++, 1 represent true value and 0 represent false value. So to store 0 or 1 means true or false, we can use bool data type. Next is pointer. Pointer is a variable which is used to store address of another variable. If you are creating an integer variable int a, then a 2 bytes of memory will be allocated to it. So suppose the memory address which is allocated to variable A is 100. As we know that memory addresses are in hexadecimal format, which are represented by hexadecimal number system, means from 0 to 9 and A to F. So hexadecimal number system addresses contains numbers 0 to 9 and A to F, and it is represented as 0x. 0x represents a hexadecimal number system. So addresses are in the form like A 0 0 1 E F 2. So this is a address of type hexadecimal number system, but here we are assuming that the address is of type integer, and suppose the address which is allocated to a variable is 100. So if we want to store address of integer variable a into some other variable, in that case we have to create a pointer of type integer. This data type integer represents pointer p1 can store address of another integer variable, like in this case a, whose address is 100. You want to store address of float variable, then you have to create a pointer of type float. Here star represents this is a pointer variable. Without star there is a simple variable, but if you write star before any variable, then it will becomes a pointer and it can store address of another variable. So storing address of character type variable, we have to create a pointer of type character. So these are the examples of primitive data structures in which we can store a single value. Next is non-primitive data structures. User defined data types or data structures are called as non-primitive data structures. As we studied, built-in or fundamental data types are called as primitive data structures, but the data types which are created by user are called as non-primitive data structures. We can store same or different type of data inside single entity. In non-primitive data structure, we can store same type of data values or different types of data values, and with the help of primitive data structures we create non-primitive data structures. There are two types of non-primitive data structures. First is linear data structure and second is non-linear data structures. In this data structure subject, the whole concept is based upon linear and non-linear data structures. So we have to study these topics in detail. So what is the difference between linear and non-linear data structures? A linear data structure means that the data structure which is linear or sequential, or we can say that a linear data structure is one in which all data values or elements are stored in linear order, that means one after another. As the name suggests that linear means sequential, one after other. So in linear data structures, the values which are stored in data structure are arranged in sequential order, that means one after other. In linear data structure, you know the order, that means you know that which element will come after which element. But in non-linear data structure, the elements are not stored in sequential order. A data structure in which data values or elements are not stored in sequential order is called as non-linear data structure. There is no sequential relationship among the elements of the non-linear data structure. First we will see what are the examples of linear data structure, and then we will see what are the examples of non-linear data structures. First example of linear data structure is array, represented like this. Here array is a collection of similar type elements. Here we see array contains 5 values and all are of type integer. We cannot store 20.5. That means array is not a collection of dissimilar type of elements. 20 is of type integer and 20.5 is of type real or float. We cannot store integer and float values in same array. Array is an example of linear data structure in which data elements are organized in sequential order First 10 is stored, then 20, then 30, 40, 50. These are stored in sequential order. We know the order in which data elements can be accessed or stored. We can also perform addition, subtraction, multiple operations over array. To overcome the drawbacks of array data structure, linked list concept was introduced. The linked list, which is also a linear data structure, is represented like this. Here in array only the data value is stored, while in linked list with data values the address of next node is also stored. In array there is contiguous memory allocation. That means if the address of this first element is 100, then the memory allocated to second element will be 102, because it is an integer type element. So in C++, integer type element requires 2 bytes of memory. The address of 30 will be 104, address of 40 will be 106, and address of 50 will be 108. While in linked list, non-contiguous memory allocation is used. Suppose the address of first node is 200 and the address of second node is 500 and the address of third node is 100. As linked list is a linear data structure in which we know which element will comes after other. To find out this, address of next node also stored with a data value. So after 10 we will get 20 at address 500, and after 20 we will get 30 at address 100, and after 30 there is no element, so address part of this node is null. So we can say that linked list is a collection of nodes which contains data values and address of next node. Next example of linear data structures is stack. Stack follows LIFO mechanism. LIFO means last in first out. L is for last, I is for in, F is for first, and O is for out. In this data structure we perform two operations, push and pop. If I write push A, that means we are inserting A element into a stack, then we are inserting B element, then we are inserting C element. So in stack data structure, the element which you insert last will be out first. That's why it is called as last in first out. As you can see, you inserted C lastly in stack, but when you pop or access elements from stack, first you will get C, then B, then A. So insertion order is A, B, C, till accessing order is C, B, A. That's why it is called as last in first out. Next example of linear data structure is queue, and it follows FIFO mechanism, first in first out. So in this queue data structure you insert data values from the rear side, like if you want to insert A, then B, then C. So A will be the first element of the queue. When we perform delete operation, it will be performed from front position. So which element will be delete or access first? A, then B, then C. Element which is inserted first will be deleted first or will be accessed first. That's why it is called as first in first out. So in linear data structure we know the order of data elements, while in non-linear data structures data elements are not arranged in sequential order. So first example of non-linear data structure is tree, in which A is a root node and B and C are the left and right child of the A respectively. Similarly, B is a parent node having two childs D and E. D is its left child and E is its right child. Similarly, C is also a parent node having a single child F, which is its left child. So in tree there is a parent child relationship between data elements. Next example of non-linear data structure is graph. In graph, elements are also not arranged in sequential order, but here there are some vertex nodes and there are some edges which connect two vertices. See, this is a directed graph. edges having direction. There is another category of graphs which are undirected graphs. That means the edges between the vertices are not directional. This is a undirected graph. There are no directional edges. So graph is a nonlinear data structure which consists of vertices and edges. In next video we will learn the operations which are performed over data structure.